Hey, this is Heidi Dawson. If you love all things health and wellness and style of any kind, hang out here with me each week. I'm obsessed with never-ending improvement, and it's all in an effort to help each one of us live a wildly successful lifestyle. Subscribe today so you don't miss a thing.
Hi guys, welcome to episode 125 of the Wildly Successful Lifestyle Podcast. Don't forget to give me a 5-star rating and also share this with a friend if you feel inspired. You never know who may need to hear it. So there's a lot of things going on in the world, and it's debatable if that's new or if we're just seeing more of it because of social media and 24-hour news. But regardless, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, and it's easy to feel like you're questioning who you are, to wonder if you're part of the problem or part of the solution. Well, I'm going to start this week by leveling with you. Uh-oh, we're all in big trouble. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually just the opposite. What I want to say to everyone listening is you're worthy. You're worthy just because you were born. That's every single person's baseline. Never forget that. No one on this earth was born more or less worthy than you were. I mean, we're all born into different circumstances, of course, and what we do with those circumstances ultimately decides our life. So many of us feel not good enough, or not worthy of being loved, or not worthy of the good things that come our way. But I say this with all my heart. You're worthy simply because you're human. Now, believe it or not, you're a miracle, and you're here for a reason. So why do we feel so unworthy sometimes? Well, maybe it's because you've made choices in your life that you aren't proud of, or maybe your life doesn't look the way you thought it would at this point. Maybe you're spending your day looking at everything that's wrong with the world because that's what sells. And to that I say, welcome to the world of being human. There isn't one person alive who doesn't have something they wish they hadn't done or said, or maybe they wish they'd done differently. That's universal. Everyone has those feelings at one point or another. So why do some thrive anyway and others seem to stay stuck? What makes us different and what sets us apart is how we respond when we make a mistake, how we let it go or hold on to it. What sets us apart is how we show up day to day, and the food we choose to feed our body and the food we feed our brain. Our daily decisions and habits are what set us apart. Now, I say specifically daily because you can decide any day you want to wake up and make a change. So every single decision you make is important. Now, and by we, I mean those in the wildly successful lifestyle tribe, we can no longer be okay with mediocrity. It's just too easy to fall prey to the norms of the world. Who's even setting these norms? I mean, eat whatever you want or crave. Spend all your downtime scrolling or watching TV. It's okay. Keep the news running all the time in the name of being informed, and indulge in whatever you want because, hey, you deserve it. I'm going to tell you what you deserve, okay? You deserve to live a healthy, happy, joyous, inspired life. That's what you deserve. But that inspired, joyous life, it depends on you and the decisions that you make daily. Now, I've been doing so much self-work for the last really 2 years. I mean, I've been obsessed with self-improvement my whole life. I love it. But I've really been working on myself a lot lately. And there are still days when I scroll on my phone for what seems like 2 hours. And then I feel so weighed down by what I've just read or watched. And I still have afternoons where I crave sugar and I eat a bag of gummy bears and a bunch of chocolate chips. I just did that this week. But the difference now is I recognize how I feel when I do that. And it isn't good. It doesn't make me think good thoughts about the world when I read the news, and it doesn't make my body feel good when I eat tons of sugar. Now, I don't beat myself up for it. I recognize it, and then I do better. And it's not because I'm trying to be Mrs. Goody Two-Shoes over here. It's because I feel so much better and happier when I do the things I know are good for me and avoid the things I know drag me down or make me feel bad. And we live in a world right now where people are telling us up is down and down is up. And guess what? Up is up and down is down. And that doesn't change just because someone says it does. And neither does your worthiness. Your worthiness isn't tied up in the validation of other people, and it's not tied up in your accomplishments either. Your baseline from here on out must be that you're worthy no matter what. Worthiness isn't up for question, so let's take that off the table. Now, adding value to yourself and the world in general, that's up to you. Each daily decision we make is important because they add up. I mean, the things we watch, the things we read, the food we eat, and the people we surround ourselves with. Is this thing I'm doing adding value to my life or distracting me from a life I'm unhappy with? And if you're unhappy in your life, do something about it. Don't just stay there. You can and must change it. Now, I am a pretty good sleeper. I love my sleep. But if I wake up in the middle of the night, my brain seems to want to remind me of anything and everything that's gone wrong or could go wrong. I'm sure you can relate. Why does everything seem worse at night? I don't know. Anyway, so I've been listening to these sleep stories when I wake up in the middle of the night. They're on the Calm app. They're so good. One of my favorite ones right now is Rainy Day in Paris. And the main character in this sleep story is heading to Paris on a train for the weekend. But it starts pouring down rain, which was not her expectation. And so she's a little bummed and expresses her disappointment to the proprietor of the hotel. To which he says, "Today is going to be a good day. You'll see." And he hands her a pre-planned itinerary for guests that are in Paris on a rainy day. And it comes with a map, and it sends her on kind of a little bit of a scavenger hunt throughout the city. So it gives her a plan, and it's kind of exciting and fun. She has the best day ever during a rainstorm in Paris. I mean, the proprietor didn't stop the rain. He just gave her a new perspective of how to enjoy Paris, especially in the rain. You're not going to be able to control all of your circumstances, but you can control your perspective on it. And in order to do that, you have to have the right frame of mind. So my challenge to you this week is your mantra from here on out is this: my baseline is that I'm worthy. That's true no matter what. And then I want you to ask yourself this question to every decision you make, even the little ones, because they add up. So the question is this: is this thing I'm doing adding value to my life, or is it simply distracting me? Is this food making me healthier? Is this conversation upbuilding to my relationship? Is what I'm reading or watching adding value and helping me have a good perspective for my day? If it's not, don't beat yourself up. Just change it. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you in a few days.
Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends, because we're just going to keep going bigger and better places together, and I love that about us. Talk to you in a few days.